I'm 71 years old now, and there are certain memories that refuse to grow quiet with age. Some soften over time, some fade into something distant and harmless. But not this one. This one still sits beside me on long nights when the house is too still and the clock sounds louder than it should. I lost my best friend many years ago. Not to death. Not to distance. I lost him because of something I did. And something I never found the courage to fix. Asterisk, his name was Daniel. And for a long time in my life, there wasn't a single day that passed without him somewhere in it. When we were boys, people used to say we looked like brothers. Not because we resembled each other, but because we moved through the world like we belonged side by side. Asterisk, we met when we were 13. I had just moved into that small town with my parents, and I remember feeling like a stranger everywhere I stepped. Schools are hard places for a boy who doesn't know anyone yet. Everyone else already has their stories and their circles. You're just... Asterisk, Daniel changed that in about 10 seconds. He walked up to me during lunch one afternoon and asked if the empty seat beside me was taken. I said no, that was it. No grand moment. Just a chair scraping across the floor and a boy deciding to sit down. Asterisk, some friendships take years to grow strong. Ours felt strong from the start. Like we had accidentally picked up a conversation that had already been going on somewhere before we met. Asterisk, we spent our teenage years together, the way boys do when life still feels wide open. Fishing by the lake in the summers, throwing a baseball until the sun disappeared, talking about the kind of futures we thought we'd have. Back when the future still looked simple, Asterisk Daniel had a steady kind of personality. Calm, loyal, the kind of person who showed up when he said he would. I admired that about him more than I probably admitted at the time. Asterisk, looking back now, I realize he trusted me more than anyone else in his life. That's what makes the story harder to tell. When someone gives you that kind of trust, you don't realize how fragile it is until you're the one who breaks it. Asterisk, the trouble started when we were 18. That age when you're old enough to feel grown, but still young enough to make foolish decisions without thinking about the damage they might cause. Asterisk, there was a girl involved, of course. Stories like this often have one somewhere in the middle of them. Her name was Emily. She had a quiet way about her that made people pay attention. Without her trying, Daniel liked her first. I knew that. Anyone with eyes could see it. The way his voice changed when he talked to her. The way he found reasons to stop by the places she worked. Asterisk, he told me one night while we were sitting in his truck near the lake. Sighed, he thought he might finally ask her out. I remember nodding and smiling like a good friend should. Asterisk, what I didn't say was that I had started noticing her too, and that something selfish had quietly taken root in me before I even realized it was there. Asterisk, it wasn't love. I know that now. At 18, half the things we call love are really just pride or curiosity or the simple desire to be chosen. Asterisk, but at the time, it felt important enough to make a decision that would follow me for the next 56 years. Asterisk, Daniel asked me a simple question a few days later. He asked if I thought Emily liked him back. Asterisk, and I told him no. Asterisk, the truth was, I didn't know whether she liked him or not. But in that moment, I chose the answer that made things easier for me. Daniel accepted what I said without question. That was the kind of person he was. If I told him something, he believed it. A week later, I asked Emily out myself. She said yes. For a while, I convinced myself everything was fine. Daniel never said anything about it. He still laughed with me, still showed up like he always had. But something had shifted. Friendships can survive a lot of things. But once trust cracks, the sound echoes longer than people expect. About a month later, Daniel found out the truth. Emily told him she had assumed I had already talked to him. That we both understood the situation. He came to see me that night. And I remember the look on his face more clearly than almost anything else in my life. Not anger, just disappointment. He didn't shout. He didn't fight. He just nodded once. Like he had finally understood something about me that he wished he hadn't. That was the last real conversation we ever had. Daniel moved away the following year. Life carried on the way it always does. Jobs, marriage, children. Decades passing quietly while people pretend the past is settled. But every now and then, I think about that night on the porch. And I realize something that took me most of my life to understand. Some losses don't come from fate or bad luck. Some of them come from one small lie, spoken by someone who should have known better.